Hey everyone, it's Mike. During this video, I'm going to share with you 8 things that you probably didn't know about modafinil. Now, you probably think you know everything about modafinil, but hey, you may learn a couple things during this video. Firstly, this is prescribed. I consider myself a somewhat experienced user. I've been taking it on and off for a few years. Just going through the whole process now, I take it very strategically. There are most days when I don't take it, but it is just a great tool to have in your arsenal. For the record, I'm actually on modafinil now. I took it this morning. Here's a prescription just to give you an idea as far as what the pill looks like. So this is an example of what the pill looks like over here. This is a typical 100 milligrams. And you could say that's a starter dose. For those of you who are new to taking supplements, especially substances like this, I would recommend that you start off very, very low to assess your tolerance. So let's get right into the video, guys. I'm going to share with you 8 thoughts about modafinil. So point number 1 would be reduced attention span. Specifically when you're having conversations with people, you'll notice it is very hard to pay attention. Unless the other person is like super engaging, they're very entertaining, you'll find otherwise that as they're talking to you, you are just so stimulated, you'll be thinking of other things, and it can be very difficult, therefore, to just connect with people, understand them, empathize them, and really build that deep level of rapport, which is important. Number 2 would be a false enjoyment of what you do. Best example of this is if you really dread going to work every day, like you hate your boss, you hate your environment, you hate your coworkers, and the whole thought of it it drains you from energy, you'll notice that under the influence of modafinil, given that you're in such a great mood and it's so mood uplifting, you'll enjoy your work, and that can be a problem. You just don't have the judgment and the emotional intelligence to understand whether or not you're enjoying what you're doing. Point number 3 is that you'll do things very spontaneously. You'll notice that like everybody has priorities to be done, and that's really what should be kept top of mind. However, just given that you're under the influence of modafinil and you're like energetic and you're overstimulated to some extent, you may prioritize the wrong things. Like for me, I'm in sales. I have to be on the phones. I have to be having conversations, but my impaired judgment can tell me stuff like I will be more productive if I go clean my office, for example. So this is important. You'll notice just you're doing things very spontaneously, and you can still convince yourself at the end of the day you had a productive day when objectively you didn't. Point number 4, and this is what a lot of people like about modafinil, is that you have a heightened mental and physical awareness. Like you just feel switched on. You are so stimulated. You're just very observant of your whole surrounding area. Mentally, you will find yourself just like thinking all the time and thinking of like things you want to do. It's very, very difficult to get into like a state of mindfulness, or if you're like a meditator like myself, I find it very difficult to meditate just because I am so awake. I can't even take a nap. Point number 5 is time distortion. Everyday activities, they feel like they're either going slower than usual or they're going faster than usual. You may be at work and just the whole day may fly by, and that can be difficult. If you're somebody that has issues with time management, then you'll notice that you may miss things in your schedule. So be conscious of that. And if you're a student, unfortunately, if you're bored in class, it will just make it so much worse. You will just perceive time to be ticking so slowly. I was at a seminar yesterday and there was some great material, but there was some material which I already knew, therefore it was boring. And man, it felt like the longest 10 minutes of my life, and I was using modafinil. Point number 6 is appetite suppression. This could be a really good thing. If you're somebody that's in a cutting diet, you're eating at a calorie deficit, or you're trying to lose weight, modafinil can really be your friend because it is a safer substance to take versus some of the other nootropics out there. And you'll just realize you won't be hungry, you won't want to think about food, you'll be too focused about improving other areas of your life. So this can work for you, but hey, if you're somebody that is maybe on the skinnier side and you need to put on weight, just be very, very conscious of this. It'll be difficult to get your calories in or even just think or be excited about food. Number 7 would be the dehydrating effects. So you'll notice like under the influence of modafinil, you just absolutely have to drink more water. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up to be fatigued, very tired, and very cranky and irritable. Similar to caffeine, so be very conscious of that. A lot of people do complain that with modafinil, you have those headaches. People just piss you off, and it's because you're not drinking enough water. That can easily be rectified. And point number 8 is you really just do have like improved focus with physical activity. Particularly at the gym, I really enjoy that I have like an improved focus. If you lift weights, you'll notice just how important it is to have like the mind-muscle connection. Whereas if you're doing like a back exercise, just to feel it coming from your lats, and you can really feel it. And that's something I don't think a lot of people take into consideration with modafinil. During that time, that 2 or 3 minutes between your sets, you, rather than wanting to do things like be on your phone texting or responding to emails, you're just mentally getting ready for the next set and visualizing it going the way you want to. I hope you guys found that helpful. I'm judging it really from my personal experience. You may think otherwise, so I'd love to know your feedback too, since it's a really, very popular substance people are taking these days. So leave your comments below. I really enjoy looking at them and just engaging with all my viewers. Don't forget to smash the like button or just smash the dislike button. I certainly don't mind. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.